I put off making this YouTube channel for a while. Told myself I needed better gear, more time, a clearer vision, the usual excuses. But the truth is, it's scary starting something new, especially when you don't feel you're ready or competent or that people will judge you. Like you're waiting for the perfect moment to start something that matters to you. But I'm learning that that moment doesn't show up on its own. You have to make those moments happen yourself. So this is me making this moment real. I need to move my setup out of the basement. Even though this basement is pretty nice, the lighting is okay, it is sometimes still a little dark and a little depressing. So my goal today is to move this setup behind me into a room with more sunlight. Hopefully, I'm going to be a bit more creative then. If you're a creative type, really no matter what discipline you like to work with, you probably had a voice in your head that says, I'm not ready, or this is a waste of time. But this is how you stop that voice, by starting anyway. Now, I've had plenty of fears about starting this channel. Like, I'm not good enough, I feel like an imposter, this isn't who I am. I had a few moments when I really wanted to start doing this, but I just didn't do it. I chickened out for one reason or another, but this is my chance. This is my chance to get it going, to start doing something that I've always wanted to do. I've always been really interested in doing a variety of creative projects, whether it's music, filming, taking pictures. I'm just really interested in being creative and flexing that creative muscle. Fear pretty much won that battle for a long time until now. So what made the decision for me to start all of a sudden is I felt like I was consuming my life away. I myself was watching a lot of YouTube, watching a lot of TV shows, playing a lot of video games. I wasn't creating enough for me. I want to live a life where my default is to go create and not to consume. Not that there's any problem with you wanting to consume, because you do need to fill your cup every now and then. I also noticed that I wasn't as fulfilled in my life as I could be, which is weird because for a lot of people, I have everything. I have a job, I have a house, I got the car, the white picket fence, I'm comfortable. And I think that that comfortability is exactly what has been holding me back. I kept waiting for that right moment, but that moment never came. At some point, I realized that I was letting life happen to me, and that has to stop now. No one's gonna build this for me. No one's gonna get me started. I have to do it myself. So here I am, starting anyway. Even if I'm not ready, even if I don't have all the gear or the expertise or the talent, here I am, I'm starting. I'm not starting because I'm ready or I feel ready. I'm starting because I'm tired of waiting. So let's get started. All right, starting to make a little bit of progress. I was able to get everything off of the desk, and you can see all that stuff right here with me right now. And I thought about while I was making this shot, what can I do to make this perfect? What can I do to make this the most optimized shot ever? Something that I realized is that if you focus on perfectionism too much, it's really just going to slow down your progress. I really like this setup, but in reality, it's actually full of imperfections. So this part of my setup right here, this handle, just comes right off every time I pull on this. Just kind of broke one day, never fixed it. You can also see right here, there's a little gap in the desk because I tried screwing everything to this little tabletop here, but unfortunately I didn't have a drill. I had to use a screwdriver, but you couldn't tell otherwise. You can also see here with these little holes right here. Well, if we take a look under here, I originally tried putting the cable management on the wrong side. The good thing is that this is typically where I put my mouse pad anyway, so it's not like anyone can see it. All of this to say is that perfectionism is just going to slow you down in the end. If I had that same perfectionist attitude while I was making this setup, then I would have seen these scratches as failures instead of just a way for me to move forward. What I'm still trying to learn is that I don't need perfectionism to get started. All I really need to do is just get started and I'll figure it out. Now for the hard part, moving all of this stuff up 2 floors. So what does starting actually look like? Starting is messy and it's imperfect, but the truth is that everyone has to start somewhere. There are a ton of other creators on YouTube that have inspired me to do this, and they definitely had to start somewhere too. They didn't gain their million subscribers overnight. They were just a person with a camera and an idea, but they had the courage to put themselves out there. They believe that they can do it, so why can't I do it? I know it's really cliche, but I really do believe that we need to believe in ourselves. I think that we owe ourselves that. I definitely believe that having a support system is great, but we are the ones who have control control over our lives at the end of the day, so we need to be the ones that are believing in ourselves. So this is me choosing to believe that I can, even if it's not perfect, even if it's scary, because no one is going to hand me the life that I want. I have to build it for myself, and this is where it starts. I hope that if there's someone out there who also feels too afraid to start, like they don't want to take that leap, that you watch this and you understand that taking that leap is the beginning of that journey. And I hope that you find the courage to do it. No one's gonna do the work for me. If I want this to exist, I have to be the one to make it real. I control how often I show up, not how perfect it looks. I'm not aiming for perfect, I'm aiming for consistent. Progress is mine to define. Even if it's just one step forward, it still counts, because I took it. Views, likes, attention, that's extra. What matters is that I showed up. If I fail, I want it to be because I tried, not because I waited. I'd rather fall on my face than sit still wondering what could have happened. No more waiting, no more excuses. It starts here. If you'd like to follow me on this journey of self-exploration and personal development, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Until then, go make something.